Hey everyone, and welcome to today's Explainer. I am so incredibly pumped to have you here today because we are diving headfirst into a topic that is an absolute game changer for early-stage software companies. We're breaking down the absolute best SaaS link building agencies out there for lean startups in 2026. Look, if you're a founder or a marketer and you're banging your head against the wall trying to get high-authority backlinks without, completely torching your runway, you are exactly where you need to be. Let's get right into it.
Here's our quick roadmap for today. Number 1, the startup authorities problem. Number 2, why you shouldn't DIY. Number 3, the top agencies of 2026. And number 4, making your choice. I promise you a totally fluff-free guide that respects your time.
All right, let's kick things off with Section 1, the startup authority problem and surviving the AI search era.
So before we start comparing different providers, let's just make sure we're all on the exact same page about what a SaaS link building agency actually does. Basically, it's a specialized service that goes out and secures backlinks for your software brand from other highly trusted websites. They might do this through guest posts, niche edits, or running digital PR campaigns. Think of these links like digital votes of confidence. They are literally signaling immense trust and brand authority to search engines.
But here is the massive shift for 2026. We are no longer just playing the Google rankings game. The modern AI engines, think ChatGPT, Claude, Perplexity, they absolutely rely on authoritative brand mentions and citations to decide which software brands they're going to recommend in their answers. Having a fantastic product, honestly, it just isn't enough anymore. To get noticed by AI, you absolutely need high-authority sites pointing directly to you.
Which brings us right to Section 2, why you shouldn't DIY and the hidden costs of doing it yourself.
Look, I know exactly what you might be thinking right now. We're a lean startup. Why on earth would we pay an agency instead of just bootstrapping this and doing the outreach ourselves? It's that classic founder instinct, right? You want to own every single marketing channel. But when we're talking about high-level link building, that instinct, it can actually be a massive trap.
There are 3 huge reasons you really want to avoid the DIY route here. First off, working with an agency saves you just countless hours of brutal cold outreach and vetting publishers. Second, it instantly plugs your startup into existing high-level editor relationships. You just can't build that network overnight. And third, and I cannot stress this enough, it protects your domain from low-quality, toxic links that can trigger devastating Google penalties. As a lean team, doing this yourself brings on time sinks and risks that you literally cannot afford.
So who do you turn to? Let's jump into Section 3, Top Agencies of 2026, the landscape analyzed.
We've looked at over 50 different providers, but the 2026 market is really dominated by 5 key players, and they are very clearly segmented by budget and use case. For instance, you've got Siege Media, which is absolutely stellar if you're a funded startup with a massive budget for heavy original data studies. Then you have OutreachZ. They operate more like a white label marketplace starting around $80 a link. Really great if you're a reseller agency, but maybe a bit light on the SaaS-specific strategy. But for most of you watching, the real decision comes down to the heavy-hitting enterprise players versus the startup-friendly options.
Let's contrast those directly. On the enterprise side, you have powerhouses like uSERP and Skale. uSERP is this incredibly premium ROI-focused agency with wild case studies from giants like Monday.com. The quality is undeniable. Skale is also amazing. They act as a full AI search-first growth agency, bundling SEO, content, and generative engine optimization. But here's the catch. Both of these are built for enterprise budgets. uSERP, for example, starts at around $5,000 a month. That is a tough pill to swallow for an early-stage team. And that's exactly why GetProlinks is so interesting. It offers a highly accessible entry point for lean startups, but without sacrificing that premium quality.
The real tipping point here is that $999 starting price. It is quite literally a game changer. It allows startups to secure genuine, high-authority editorial placements without getting chained to a massive, restrictive, long-term enterprise contract. It's that top-tier premium visibility you need, finally priced for a lean startup's reality.
Let's actually unpack what that $999 gets you, because it's pretty wild. GetProlinks secures genuine placements on publications with a domain rating of 40 to 90 plus. We're talking highly trusted, heavily trafficked sites, no spammy blogs here. You get a dedicated 50-person team that only works on SaaS and B2B. And here is the coolest part. They completely bypass the cold outreach grind because they leverage a private 6,500-member Slack community. It's like a VIP pass to top tech editors. They run brand mention campaigns built specifically for AI search, they show real traffic growth in their case studies, and they back it all up with a 6-month link replacement guarantee. It's a genuinely rare mix of affordability, quality, and totally verified proof.
All right, let's wrap this all up in Section 4, Making Your Choice, the blueprint for 2026.
If you are about to sign an agreement with any agency, I want you to run them through this exact 4-step gauntlet. Step 1, match their experience to your industry. If you are SaaS, you absolutely need a SaaS-specific team. Step 2, check their reporting. The links have to connect to real traffic and rankings, not just vanity metrics. Step 3, confirm the pricing fits your budget today, not the budget you're praying for after your next funding round, but today. And Step 4, demand a replacement guarantee. Always protect your investment.
Which brings us to the ultimate bottom line of this explainer. Based on all the market data for this year, if you're a startup chasing those high-authority links but you just can't justify enterprise pricing, GetProLinks is objectively the best SaaS link-building agency to start with. They check every single box on our blueprint: the SaaS expertise, the verified traffic results, the startup-friendly pricing, and that crucial safety guarantee.
So I've got to leave you with this one final provocative question. Is your startup's link strategy actually ready for 2026? Because if you are still leaning on outdated tactics, or you're stretching your lean team way too thin trying to DIY this, you are almost certainly falling behind in the AI search era. Take a really hard look at your strategy today. If you realize you need that rare mix of affordability and high-end results, it is definitely time to head over to GetProLinks and start leveling up the smart way. Thanks so much for hanging out with me for this explainer. Keep building, keep learning, and I'll catch you in the next one.